Let's get it.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Young Dolph.
Yeah.
Told them I would reach the top, but none of them believe me. You can look into my eyes, I ain't gon' lie, I'm greedy. Couple dollars in my pocket, give it to the needy. I'm the best to ever do it, and I say it freely. And I probably won't stop, cause all them niggas need me. Bitch, I do it big, they do it itsy bitchy teeny weeny. I wish a nigga would, man, I hope.
Yo, y'all know I'm only gonna give y'all like a little taste. A little taste! But welcome to the MAD LUCRATIVE Podcast, episode 21. Yo, welcome back. I hope your week was great and your weekends. Cause listen, it's been a couple weeks since I've been here, but I'm back now. I'm back. Yo, I know people be like, yo, you got to take the most breaks. Listen, I care about my mental capacity. You know what I mean? So, therefore, if I feel like a break is needed right now, especially in the beginning, like the way I look at this stuff, when you get into, and I know it sounds bad, but when you get into like episode 25, 30 and beyond, like it's no off days. Cause at that point, we have to have a team of people that always comes in and record. We have to have a team of people that always do the mixing. Cause listen, I take pride in making sure that this podcast sounds good. Like I don't want to just give people, you know, if the podcast sound muffled like that, that's terrible. So, yo, it's a process. So bear with us. We are building a team. We're still hiring too, by the way. But anyway, welcome to episode 21 again. Yo. So I want to first start off by saying, rest in peace, rest in heaven, whatever y'all believe in. Rest in peace to Young Dolph. Clap it up. Yo, this one right here was one of those that really made me kind of reassess where we are within the music business, within the creative business, because it is still, even though we have podcasts, we have influencers, we have content creators, and then we have musicians and all of those tiers of artists. It's still a form of artistry that I feel like Dolph brought to the table. And for me, like, I ain't gonna lie, a brother had a few tears, cause for me, I hate to see potential, I can't say wasted, but taken really quickly. Whether that's from whatever, street stuff, whatever. I don't care how it's taken, but when it's taken, it hits hard, because I feel like, who's to say he wasn't the next Jay to bring another Kanye, to bring another, to marry a Beyonce, to find a Rihanna, to find all of these amazing artists, Big Sean, all these amazing artists that Jay was able to find. Who's to say that Dolph wasn't going to be one of those people? So when I see that, you know, somebody's life has been taken for whatever reason, like, I don't care whatever the reason is, the fact that it happened, like, yo, we got to do better, man. Like, I don't know how many times I done came on this pod and said, yo, we need to really assess how we're treating each other. We need to assess what we value. We need to assess just life as a whole. Like, come on, y'all. Like, this, for me, okay, and I'm gonna get off of this because I'm not starting the pod with with all negative vibes. I'm just saying I wanna address this. For me, when you take somebody like a Dolph, I look at the the effect that they may have had on the business, the music business, well, not even music culture in general. And even in addition to that, we lost Virgil. Clap it up for Virgil, man. So for y'all that don't know who that is, if y'all have seen the Off-White brand, the Kanye and all the rappers be talking about, I was serving white late night wearing Off-White, whatever. The Off-White brand is Virgil's, I would say, carbon footprint, if you may, to music and current culture, right? In addition to that, look at all of the stuff that he may have designed for Kanye, whether it was the Yeezys. Look at all the stuff he may have designed for Pharrell, other acts. And then look at all the stuff that he may have designed that we don't even know about. Let's not even think about that. Let's think about the stuff, because as creatives, and maybe we could destroy this myth. Maybe it'll go away. Maybe it won't. But yo, who's to say as a creative that you have to really who's to say that you got to take the L in the beginning, right? And the L to the extent of somebody stealing or taking your sound, taking your fashion, taking your branding and making it their own. And then you have to come up and create something completely different. So it's not competing what they just took from you. So you're not competing. But anyway, that's a whole nother rabbit hole that I don't want to get into today. I want to show appreciation to Dolph and to Virgil. I'm going to say the last name wrong. I think it's LeBlanc or blah. I'm going to mess the last name up, so I ain't even going to say the last name. But Virgil, Dolph, you are loved and appreciated again. Especially from the Mad Lucrative Podcast. And me, myself, Magneto 7. Thank you. Yo, just talking about that just made me want to be like, yo, I'm going to start crying. I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that. But anyway, I hope your weeks were amazing. It's been about what? Been about 2 weeks since I've been here. So, last week, let's start with that. My last week was amazing. Last week was Thanksgiving. If you are watching this now, it showed me. I have so many lessons that I learned. It's like I have my eyes open to every lesson that's around me. I'm like, okay, what about that? What does that mean? Oh, how did I read that? Like, okay, but anyway, Thanksgiving. It started with us first finishing we got the addition finished on the first level. Yes. The addition is finished on the first level. Now we got to finish the bottom level, which is going to be the new studios for recording the podcast and all that good stuff, and photographers and all that stuff going to come over here and rent the space. Shots out. This is Curtain Room ATL. If you do want to book, we are available certain days, and we got a lot of stuff. Just look at it. I posted on the link below. But anyway, back to Thanksgiving. So we were preparing for Thanksgiving, and I'm looking at this edition. I was hanging sheetrock, painting, and all that stuff. I think I even made a beat. I made a beat video. I was like, "Yo, I just finished painting this, but now I'm doing this," and it was cool. It's a cool little thing I posted on Instagram. But if you ain't seen it, go look at it. But the in-laws came in town, and for me and my wife, it's kind of like a good time to connect, because we are the only ones for our extended family, not our extended, our immediate family. We're the only ones down here in Georgia. So you can imagine how difficult it is for us to have an adults night. My mama used to say, it's grown-up night tonight, so you need to go to bed. Your auntie gonna watch you. There's none of that down here. It's just us. So if we're gonna have somebody to watch the kids, we gotta hire them. But anyway, we're preparing for Thanksgiving, and me and my wife are kind of running around like a chicken with our heads cut off, trying to figure out, okay, when are we gonna cook this? When are we gonna cook that? When are we gonna cook this? Then the in-laws come in, and everything's cool. Like, they got a place to sleep, and everybody's just chill. We're just observing each other and reconnecting, if you may. And I thought about how many, and again, I'm not gonna make this the sad podcast today, I promise. But how many of my friends are celebrating this holiday without a family member? And shouts out to Reggie. You know, he lost his mother. We love everybody that we're associated with, but you got to sit and think about, yo, like, how are people processing this? Even my family, we lost our grandmother a couple years ago, which was my mom's mom, and it just never sits the same, especially when it happens around this season. So, my thoughts and prayers go out to everybody that's just in this. Is it a mental slump? Kind of a slump that you might come into. Just know that you are loved. Like, I don't care how many other deaths and how many other obstacles that might come up through this season, or so many things that you may have had to deal with. Just know you are loved. You got tomorrow. Process. Take the time to process whatever you need to do and just breathe. Wake up the next day, get a little bit further. Wake up the next day, get a little bit further. A year or so from now, you're going to be good. You might not necessarily get over something, but you will figure out how to process it and put it into a healthy space. I've had to learn how to compartmentalize a lot of different loss over the years, and it takes some discipline to not get numb. It does. It takes some discipline to not get numb and to feel like you got to disregard what's going on. But listen, again, I'm not gonna make this a sad podcast. Take some time, process, know you are loved. If you need us, holler at us on the MAD LUCRATIVE Podcast. I'm gonna turn up every time. Hello. But anyway, back to Thanksgiving. And then we're gonna call Sean today too. Y'all miss Sean, right? Yeah, y'all miss him. But anyway, so we're all sitting down. My wife sends me a recipe from Instagram. Don't judge me, cause your boy can't cook. But she sends me a recipe from Instagram, and we like, yo, I think I'm gonna try this new macaroni and cheese. Listen, you don't never mess with a black person macaroni and cheese. Thanksgiving ain't the holiday to try something new, but I can cook, so I can do that. I could technically do that. So I got the mac and cheese. I got what else we do? I did a lot of stuff. Y'all just gotta go look at it. I posted everything. But we're all sitting down, and I think my father-in-law is just looking at the game or something like that. He's like, yo, so you doing all the cooking? I know what he's insinuating. So he's like, yeah, you doing all the cooking? I was like, yeah, I mean, the way my family works, me and my wife work all the time. Like, both of our days are normally like 2:00 in the morning until, or 5:00 in the morning until. Whenever you fall out, that's when the day is done. But for the most part, it's a process for our family to know how to balance certain things. We haven't got there yet. I'm not gonna lie. I just told y'all we ain't got no family here. So anytime we need help, we normally have to hire help. We got a few friends, but I don't trust a lot of people. Let's just be honest. But anyway, so you're like, yeah, so you cooking all the dinner and the meals and this. I said, well, you know what? I value my wife, so I do step in and cook the majority of the weekends, or when I got downtime. Yeah, I'm gonna do it because I value this lady that's your daughter that you trusted me with to be her husband, all that stuff. I ain't gonna make this a relationship podcast, but I think for my older listeners, because I got a few of y'all, shouts out to y'all, understand that gender roles are necessary in certain aspects, right? I think all of the time is not necessary. It's not necessarily a big deal for the man to cook, right? It's rare that my wife gonna take the trash out. Like they never take the trash out. But some things are cool. Some things are it's fine when she has to step in and maybe pay a bill if you got sick or you can't work or do whatever. Some things just it just is what it is in that moment. But know that like we're still handling business and it's still it's going down. But okay. What I wanted to say, I forgot. Let me go back. Let me backtrack. So when I saw that back to Dolph. When I saw that Dolph had gotten shot kind of execution style, it made me think about how many times, and I'm not saying he put it on himself, but how many times was what happened to him in his lyrics? I think we got to be careful, y'all. Like, think about, for instance, Pac. We know how Pac kind of passed, and it was kind of like a prophetic situation. Like, you put you in a casket in a video before you pass. Like, for me, you ain't gonna ever see me in no casket. I don't care if it's in a movie or whatever. You better put a dummy in there because I ain't gonna be in there. But how many times has a rapper said? And I love some of the lyrics. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm part of the problem. I will admit it. But how many times have we seen where a rapper said, "Yeah, I shot a so and so and made this a leak like a fountain or whatever." They're not talking about a water fountain. They're talking about like a stream of blood. So when you when you hear certain lyrics like that, and then you check into a person's pedigree and you see they about that life. Like, I hate to say this, and it's gonna sound bad. It's gonna sound terrible, but I would almost rather all my rappers be capped. Just be capped. Like, don't do what you say you do. If you came from that life, okay, you lived it, whatever, I get it. But I would almost a rapper be like an Ivy League student, and he talking about, shot so and so and had Molly Percocet. At least I know that you're outside of the rap. You're gonna have like a suburban lifestyle. Like, you're not gonna be attracted to street-like things, right? I think that's something that we have to really dig into as creators. Not even creators, no, because I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna call Sean, I promise you. But as consumers, we really got to be careful on how many artists we look for the cosign. We look for the big street guy to back them with dope money. We look for them to have a record that's long as whoever. Like, at some point, y'all, we got to really assess what we get off on. It's like, and for y'all that do like kiddie porn and all this stuff, y'all got an issue. Like, that's a no bueno. Like, yo, I ain't gonna tell you what need to happen. But like, it's kind of like that. Like, why would you want to patronize somebody that's had a street lifestyle, and then you don't want to support them after they get out the street? Does that make sense? No, like when there's somebody that got a street lifestyle, they come from that pedigree, we celebrate them when they get out the street. Like, let's do better. Let's not get off on so-and-so got 10 bodies. So-and-so got, he shot so-and-so dead, but he got off on a self-defense charge. Like, yo, value life, y'all. Come on now. It ain't that, yo. And I ain't trying to be the uncle of this pod, but let's really assess what we get off on. Like, now, and I know y'all gonna be like, yo, it's weird, but y'all remember the Fresh Prince and all that stuff? Like, let's make that cool again. like good clean records. Now I ain't gonna lie, like you gonna cuss and keep doing your thing, whatever. Cool. But like let's figure out other things that we call fun. Shooting, not fun. Snorting coke, maybe fun. Nah. Anyway, let's call Sean, man. Let's call Sean. Oh, me.
NEDO.
Hello.
Sean G, what it do?
What's up? What's up? How's it going?
Hey, hold on. I meant to say Sean J. Sean J, what up?
How you doing? I'll take it. It's fine.
Hey, man. Yo, how was your day? How was your day, bro?
Today was pretty nice, not gonna lie. It was pretty easy going, you know?
Okay. Oh, no. So I started the pod by recapping Thanksgiving. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not gonna get into the black and white food family Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But how was your Thanksgiving with the family, man?
It was fun. I mean, you know my family, it's really small because most of them are in Ohio, so it's really just my parents, me and my sister. And even then it was not everybody could make it, so it was really tiny. It was fine.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yo, he holding in a lot of stuff that he can't tell y'all on the pod.
The family drama, but that, you know.
But anyway, just for kicks and giggles, man. What did you eat for Thanksgiving?
We pretty much.
What was the feature plate? That feature dish that you were just looking forward to?
Okay, other than the turkey, I really like. My mom makes this good as hell green bean casserole.
A green bean casserole.
Yeah, it's really good. And every time I say it, people sound like I'm crazy, but it's really good. I promise. It's delicious. I promise you.
I don't know, dog. Green bean. Look, okay. If y'all are out there listening, let's have a vote. Let's have a vote. If you were looking forward to that one dish, would it be the green bean casserole or the mac and cheese? Let's just put it out there.
I prefer green bean casserole for sure. I mean, I don't eat cheese, but even then, I never really loved. Okay, this is a huge debate. I know people would hang me because they love mac and cheese so much, but I just never really loved mac and cheese.
So even if you could eat the cheese and the milk stuff, you still
because I used to. I used to eat mac and cheese, and I just didn't. It wasn't my favorite ever.
Did you ever have a black person's mac and cheese though?
Oh no, maybe that's why.
Yo, okay. See, black folk make love to the mac and cheese, bro. like the joint tastes so delicious. Like,
yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Okay, for instance, right?
Yeah.
My mac, and I'm new age black. I ain't even old school black. Old school black had them joints in the what you call it? The cast iron skillet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm new school black. I do mine in a dish. But still, you got
You make like a mac and cheese lasagna kind of.
Parmesan cheese, shredded cheese, a little bit of feta cheese, a little bit of that sharp cheese. Boy, what? And then when you cook the pasta, you boil it in like the chicken broth. So it has So it has its own taste just for the pasta. Like bruh. Yes, sir.
That's extensive, yeah.
Yeah, we make love.
Love in a dish.
We made love to that mac and cheese. But okay. So the first topic I wanted to discuss with you.
Yeah.
I know you haven't seen it yet. Listen, if y'all have not seen Dope Sick, it is This is a spoiler, so fast forward to the next part because
Oh no.
So you already know where I'm coming from,
Yeah.
but it okay. Let me do a backstory and then you respond. But the backstory is this: it's a company that's name was Purdue Pharma, and they come out with this drug that's OxyContin, which is like oxycodone, which is like a branch of, it's a narcotic, like cocaine or anything else, right? So they approach the FDA. I don't know how. I ain't gonna put that out there. Y'all gotta watch it. But they approach the FDA and they say, "Hey, all right, is it FDA? Yeah. So they approach the FDA and they say, "Hey, we really want to put this drug on the market." And the FDA is like, "No, that's like a narcotic." They're like, "No, but it's healthy. It's fine."
Oh, okay.
What they ended up doing, they found an old doctor's an article that a doctor wrote, and one sentence in the article said, this narcotic was not, it was addictive to less than 1% of people, right? But he wasn't talking about OxyContin. He was talking about something else completely different. So they turned around and made that the whole campaign for the drug, which got the FDA to approve the the label for the drug.
Yeah.
So of course it's a narcotic, so they get this drug out on the street. They start with like 10 milligrams. Folks starting to get hooked. They're like, "Oh, we up 1 million." So then they go to 20 milligrams. The people, yeah, and folks get more hooked. So then they tell the doctors, "Hey, when you start your patients off, start them with 40 milligrams because it's going to be better for them. It's going to be less of a high, and it'll be a slow curve to drop." But watch this, Sean. Even on top of that, they got the FDA to approve this chart.
Yep.
The chart was not valid, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that takes me, and you know where I'm going. I'm gonna say the V talk. I don't want to get flagged.
Actually no. I got a thing on my phone while you were just talking about this. I looked it up. I don't know if you want me to talk about it.
But you gotta disguise it because I don't want to get flagged. Like they be eating. Them also shadow ban the hell out of me, man. I don't want that today.
Yeah, I can disguise it.
Okay, but yeah, go ahead. Put your 2 cents in.
So you got this guy named I'm not gonna say his last name, but the good old buddy Scott.
Okay.
Now Scott was a former commissioner in charge of regulating Pfizer. Let's just call him that.
P drugs.
And so he was in the FDA, in charge of regulating certain vaccines from a certain company, and now he is a current member of the board of director of that company now. Another person who is a former FDA commissioner in charge of regulating a different company that makes the vaccine is now a member of that. It's a change. Chairmans and CEOs and regulators, they flip-flop jobs all the time within like the same sector. It's a big sham. It's the same way with which we were just talking about with the OxyContin.
Right.
They basically go, "Hi, hey, can you accept this drug?" And they just, walk across the road, start working there and go, "Why, yes, I can." And then they it's not, it's bullshit. It's just formality at that point. Like they're all in the same pocket of everybody else,
So, okay. So I'm just curious. How many times do you think some of the good? Okay, how many times do you think it's done right? Because I like to be optimistic.
Yeah.
About drugs, because drugs do help. I will say that. Like when I broke my leg, I definitely wanted a painkiller at the time. Like give me whatever you could get. But how many times do you think it's been finessed for a drug to pass the approval process?
I'm gonna say just like it depends on how much the doctor gives you depends on the doctor. You know, if he knows if he's a good guy and he knows, hey, my patient's gonna get hooked on this, I'm not gonna abuse them like that. I'm gonna say, hey, just take this much. Like you really can't take any more. You're gonna get addicted. Or if he's an asshole, he's gonna be like, yeah, here you go. Here's a whole bottle. Take them whenever they hurt. You know, come back because he's gonna get more money from you
Right.
the more you want, and you know within reason he's going to make sure it doesn't look like he's overdosing you, but he gets a payoff. They usually pay the same way psychiatrists get you hooked on like Zoloft or some other kind of that's just the one I know of. My friend's on
Okay.
that one.
Okay.
They get paid. Psychiatrists get paid by these companies to promote their drugs. I don't know how that just shouldn't be allowed because you have more incentive to go, hey, look, you're not crazy. You just need therapy. You have
Right.
more incentive to go, nope, here you go. Get like completely change your brain chemistry with these pills. And if
Right.
these don't work, you can try the other ones made by the same company. We're telling me to push this to you. Like it's messed up. I got lucky. I've been to therapy before, and the
Okay.
last resort she wanted to try was like medication. I was in therapy for like a couple of years, and she
That's
was just like,
good.
"Nah, you know, there's no reason to do medication if you don't have to. It's the last. It should be a last resort." Some people aren't as lucky. Their psychiatrists are like, "Oh, I got something for that." You
Yeah.
you should never do that. So I would say the same for the FDA people. Some people who work for them, I'm sure, love their job, and they're
Hmm.
like, "Yeah, we keep people safe. We keep people." I have a friend who works not for like the FDA per se, but she does work for like a contracting company that looks through basically anything being shipped like through stores in her sector. She has to look at like batches and take samples and do everything to make sure like the food and milk or whatever doesn't have any bacteria like that's foreign,
Mm.
no salmonella in the like that kind of stuff. So she's responsible with that. I do think there's good people working everywhere. You
Right.
know, if think of it this way, if every person was a scum job at their job or a scumbag at their place of work, the world would be over by now. So
Well,
there's definitely good people.
I think that, and that brings me to the point of like the I want to call it a doc because like if y'all look up the history, this actually happened. Like I think it was 90, maybe like 92, all the way
Yeah.
through like 2013. Like it was crazy. Not that long ago. Um, one of the doctors in particular had a patient. He had he went from it was the whole lifespan of the patient. He delivered the girl when she was a
Wow.
baby. She got in an accident because she was what was it? Y'all watched it. I think she was not a weller. What you call the people that dig in tunnels and dig for gold? Those type of people.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Like
Uh,
oh man, minor.
Miner. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
She was a coal miner, and
Oh, that's tough.
something happened in one of the holes, and it like I think she had a back injury. All right, she's in her early 20s, had a back
Mhm.
injury, and then the doctor, after he had just talked to the rep from the pharma company, he was like, "Well, if you got severe pain, let's try you out on OxyContin."
Yeah,
And you know what the hell happened after that? She gets addicted
I'm sure. Yeah.
and she battles back and forth. She battles back and forth. He gets addicted because he gets in a car accident and another doctor prescribed him OxyContin. So he gets addicted, and both of them, like him, the girl, and some other people that were his patients, just are all addicted. A few of them die. A few of them die. He starts to try to steal other patients' OxyContin,
Dude,
and he ends up getting he got locked up.
literally a taste of his own
A
medicine.
taste of his
Literally.
own medicine, bro. And then when he starts to get clean, he calls the girl. Guess what? She died.
Oh man. Yeah, yeah, I
So
bet.
I
And they
wonder.
say it just changes people, dude. It's like heroin addicts, you know? Like they're completely different people than when they started because
Mm.
addiction seriously just rots your brain. I
S-
mean, it just
s-
turns you into someone else.
So, from a scientific standpoint, what does that mean when you say rot their brain? Like,
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, figuratively, it doesn't like degrade your brain, but I mean, overuse of OxyContin definitely changes your brain chemistry a little bit. It stops natural production of endorphins, which is what your body produces to make you stop feeling pain. Like if you just go for a jog, your
mm-hmm.
body will create endorphins. That's why you feel so good after a workout.
Ah,
Like if you're sitting around all day loafing around, you just feel like shit. But if you go outside and run around for a sec, you might feel a little bit better. Go for a ride. People often feel just a little bit better, and that's endorphins. So when you're on OxyContin, your body's naturally pumping out endorphins like crazy. And when
ah,
you're off of OxyContin, your body's so like overproduced endorphins, it's left dry. It has no more because it's okay. You know what? Perfect example. Same way with melatonin. If you keep taking melatonin to sleep and you take it every night, your body will get so used to you artificially getting melatonin, it stops creating it for you. So
dang.
then, yeah. So if you take melatonin for a week straight and then cut it off, your body's like, oh shit, I don't have any made for you because you always give it to me, so you ain't sleeping tonight. It's the same way with caffeine.
Oh.
The more and more you drink, if you drink coffee like 8 cups a day,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just stop, watch that person. They're gonna go nuts. They're just like they can't sleep. Their body feels sick. They feel like cold. They'll be. It really is an addiction. You can get addicted to almost anything. Um,
Golly.
honestly, and people say you can't, but there are some people who get addicted to weed. I really do believe
I
it's a little
mean,
bit different. It's different though, because it's not with a narcotic. You are
mm-hmm.
physically addicted. With weed, it's like mentally. You're like, oh,
Ah.
I can't handle this today. I really need to, I got to one hit at least. I got to go smoke. But you're not mentally dependent or not physically dependent on it. Like your body, like, oh, we haven't produced enough weed for you today. Like, no,
Right, 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 right.
you don't need it. But no, with Oxycontin or caffeine or melatonin, your body naturally produces the chemicals to go to sleep or to wake up. With caffeine, it suppresses all of your sleep chemical
Mm-hmm.
so that when you're finally like stop drinking caffeine, it releases all of that you had stored up, and you get migraines, you get sick, you feel just awful. This is for people who like me and you. We drink maybe one a day. If we stop drinking it altogether, we might feel a little a little
Are you talking about
groggy, but
coffee?
yeah, but we're not
Yeah.
gonna like crash. Now if it's Oxycontin, yeah, no, you're physically dependent on that at that point.
So is it mentally, and you said the brain chemistry. So I know
Yeah.
me and Shamir were talking about like her grandfather has, what do you call it? Um when your brain smooths out the grooves.
Oh
Uh
no,
what
like he
is it
starts
called?
forgetting stuff.
Yeah, that.
Oh, Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's, right.
Yeah.
S- So is it the same type of deal where it would like physically affect your brain
That's
and the
dude.
chemistry?
People like to this day. I'm so like uneducated on Alzheimer's, and I honestly think that they don't even know what it is. Because like I've seen so many breakthrough cases where people just all of a sudden one day wake up and forget they had Alzheimer's, and they just remember everything. Or some people gradually get better. I've seen some studies where they can attach a device that stimulates certain like synapses in your brain
Mm-hmm.
that make the Alzheimer's kind of temporarily go away. So I've seen so much research, and it's like dementia. They don't know why people get it. They just do. Or fibromyalgia. They people just get it. There's
Huh.
no rhyme or reason. They just do. Um, I know a lot of mental stress can lead to more easily getting Alzheimer's.
Mm-hmm.
Same with like dementia patients are usually extremely depressed throughout life, and
Mm.
it might be from onset dementia, or they might get it from being like people don't really know. And
Ah.
that's Alzheimer's, man. It's scary, dude. That's like the biggest. I think if you took a poll
Yeah.
throughout the nation, most adults would say the biggest fear is Alzheimer's
Well,
or like some kind of cancer.
well, a little bit of this one. Cause okay, I'm not gonna call the rapper's name out,
Yeah.
Rock, but but yo, and I know he was joking when he said it, but he was like, man, ain't nobody scared of AIDS no more. Like you can get a drug for that.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Are you serious?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm only 20, like I'm 24, right? But I have never heard anybody I know or even friends. No one is scared of getting AIDS, like they honestly should be. Anybody can give it to you. Still, like it's still out there. People just don't talk about it.
So,
and there's no cure. I mean, once you get AIDS, you're no, okay, let me scratch that. If you're not rich and you get AIDS, you're fucked.
Okay.
If you get AIDS and you're rich, you can afford the very expensive treatments to keep you fine.
And I think that was his point. He was like, bro, cause he's supposed to come in town. We've rectified our situation. So he's supposed to come in town this weekend, right? And he's like, yeah, I might bring some bad ones over. And, I'm going to knock them down. I don't wrap up. So I'm like, wait. You can't do that. Like,
pause. Hold on, man.
Yo, I said, so what girls are out here that's cool with that? And he was like, man, that's when he made that comment. He was like, man, ain't nobody scared of AIDS no more. So I'm like,
look, you know what? This is how Corona started. One guy was like, I'm just going to get a bunch of bats and they're going to bite me. We'll see what happens.
Yo, that's dumb. That's dumb.
You can't do that, man. You got to protect yourself. And I know what you mean. Most people are like, well, she ain't getting pregnant. She's on birth control. That won't stop you from getting an STD, bro.
No. So But your generation is really, that's not a thing to them. Like STDs and AIDS and all that kind of stuff is not a thing to them.
It is to me. I mean, in my health class, that's all we talked about in high school. Literally slideshow after slideshow of infected genitalia. People were just like, look at this. You want this? And we're all like, no.
Right. And
I mean, so it's in my brain.
And I mean, I had other partners, right? When I say partners, I'm talking about homeboys. But they were like, yo, man, you ever had this itch, right? Like,
I ain't a doctor, man.
Yo, but look, they say, yo, I had the itch, bro. I think she burnt me, bro. Like, you didn't wrap up? Nah, who does that? Like,
oh my God. That's crazy.
Yo, okay. So the point is this. Yes, we do have drugs. We do have drugs for everything, but that does not mean make reckless decisions.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh God. And also, if I could say one thing, dude, like your doctor's a professional, right?
Yeah.
But some of these motherfuckers, you just can't trust, man. Like, and they, for some reason today, if you do your own research, you're seen as an enemy of the state. You're not, man. How'd that doctor get where he is? He read books and he went online and he researched. What makes people think that you can't do the same? I get that he did it for years on years, but he had to study a plethora of specific diseases and things about the body. All you're looking up is just one thing.
Right.
It's not going to take you months to become a degree holder in one field. You can go look it up and do your research. Like, it's okay. Well, so don't try, if a doctor's like, I think you should take this. Research it, man. Look at, I don't know, find stories of people who are like, I took that and that fucked me up. Like,
right.
Well,
when I had the lawyer on the show, I asked her about how she felt about the deals and the 360 deals and all that kind of stuff, which I'll put you on to what that means. But she was saying that with lawyers and with certain deals that are made, it's from different cases over years that's built up, and they say, okay, this is what we need to protect ourselves from because this happened back in 1958, and then you fast forward, okay, this is a different case that happened in 1980, so we need to add this clause in here. Then 1990 this came up, so we need to add this clause. So I think with medicine it's pretty much the same thing, right?
Yeah, but You know what's that kind of makes me think, and I don't know. Like, there could be a lawyer listening, and they might be like, "This fucking dumbass kid." But it makes me kind of think about how, like, they're not doing this for your health; they're doing this so you don't sue them. Like, all of the safety clauses nowadays have nothing to do with protecting you at all. It is, hey, can this come back on us and cost us billions? So, like, if they can find a way around it and you can get hurt or addicted, or as you've shown they can, they will.
And you know what that takes me to, and I promise I'm gonna leave the V word alone, but that takes me to the wording in which is being used when it comes to you need to get the V.
Oh, wow, we went full circle. Yeah, there is no clause that protects you or lets you sue them at all. If you get hurt from this at all, they're complete. Like, don't you find that a little weird how they are literally coercing you into getting it, but yet saying that they're not responsible at all?
No, not
if you get
not
anything
only,
from it.
Not only that, what it's supposed to help or hinder is saying,
does not know.
Yo, they're telling you off the rip. Yeah, you probably will still get the XYZ, but
yep,
you need.
But but at least you did what we told you to. Here's a card.
No, absolutely not. So
that's like, all right, you went and got your driver's test. You may or may not be able to drive a vehicle, but here's your license. It's like, what?
No, I cannot, sir, ma'am. Look, I gotta give them a buzzer for that one, because that's a no go. That's a no go. Like, and we're gonna wrap up that conversation because I don't want to get in no flagging.
Yeah.
This holds false information. Yo,
dude,
I got a friend of mine. She's about to go to, I think, Brahms or somewhere like that overseas, and you know, she just passively posted on her Facebook page. So y'all know how much I'm against this V, and I'm trying to go over here to perform in Brahms, but they're making me get the you know what, and you know, I just don't know how to feel. Do you know she got flagged and with one of those
that's all it takes.
Yo, this might hold false information. Like, why would you do that? She didn't even she's talking about her body. Like, it's weird.
So there's a company that handles misinformation and about the 19, you know. So there's a guy named James C. Smith. I'm name dropping.
Okay.
He works for the company called Reuters, and he is the CEO of Reuters, and they're in charge of informing people about the certain disease injections. So he is also a board member of P. Heiser.
Okay. Hold up. Wait.
Yeah.
No.
Yep. The guy in charge of telling you that, hey, it's okay, also works for the people that want you to get it. So what do you know? Yo. Also, you know who funds that company he works for?
It better not be no government, nothing.
Bill Gates.
Are you serious, bro?
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it's all a big map. It's all a big line where you can trace all of these people work for the exact same people, and they all literally just approve each other. And it's
yo,
it's like,
hold that thought. It even takes me to how there were foundations when it comes to the Purdue Pharma. They had foundations, multiple foundations, 501c3s that were formed to help push the narrative. That a narcotic. Let's say it's like me saying, hey, I'm gonna start a company selling cocaine. I'm gonna sell cocaine today, and I'm gonna start a foundation to tell you cocaine is good for you. Dude, do you know my black ass would be locked up so fast? They'd be like, no. What are you doing? What are you doing, sir? Cocaine is illegal. It is a narcotic, and you're going to jail, sir. So they had freaking organizations like a Boys and Girls Club to say, hey, boys and girls, make sure if you ever get hurt, make sure you take Oxycontin. Like, no.
Do some cocaine, boys and girls.
Dude, but then I think at one point, and I'm going to get off that. Y'all just got to go watch it. But at one point they said, oh, finally we have a breakthrough drug that's finally the perfect milligram for kids.
Oh my, yeah.
Now kids
Jeez.
what does that sound like?
Yeah.
But I'll leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone.
Even though kids do not need it.
Bruh. So it's weird. It's
You know,
weird.
this reminds me of the show that Food Made America. The guy who made Coca-Cola, you remember he was addicted to cocaine from it, right? Yeah, I think he was. And he was trying to make a tonic that he would be able to drink. It like cost him less or something, and that's how Coke was made, or maybe some other soda. I forget what you were talking about.
It was Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
And then I forgot what person it was, but the guy that bought Coca-Cola tried to take the Coke out of the drink so it's not addictive to people. And the FDA, that word again, they came back. Yo, I'm going to stop name dropping because they're going to flag me. But they came back and said, hey, you don't even have cocaine in this Coke no more. So you got false advertisement. You need to change your potion. And dude did this out of the goodness of his heart because he knows it's not good for people.
Yep.
But they like, so since you're taking this out, you need to read. You need to read.
They're like, how dare you?
Yo, so what are we doing? Like,
yeah,
it's weird. It makes me feel like I need to start a drug company.
Shit, yeah, that actually helps people.
But then
that'd be the first.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Me and Sean J will start up a drug company.
We'll call it Magaderna.
There it is. But bro, last but not least, it's cuffing season. Cuffing season also brings on it's also what I call it earlier.
I don't remember.
Was it packing season? Or
packing season.
It's time to put on the weight. Go ahead and get you a nice little tenderoni to lay up with.
Get your winter coats.
Yeah, exactly. Or get you a meaty winter coat. Call a woman. But anyway, are you looking to cuff a lady? You got you got what? Christmas, Valentine's Day, and
exactly. Yeah.
Is that it? I think that's it.
I got a quota to fill. Yeah,
you got to find one, man. You got a couple weeks.
Exactly. I don't get cold, man. I got all this extra heat. I got no one to share it with.
Yo. Okay, I got to expose you right quick. So, yo, I get in the truck this morning.
Oh man.
As always, and I'm like, I tell Sean, my tin skin is about to break. My tin skin is cold. So Sean said, nah, bro, it feels good. Like, what? No. Like, I said, I don't know how, but if you touch your skin, it's 30 degrees outside. You touch your skin, it's warm. I'm like, how? Like,
I don't know, man.
I don't get it. And maybe I'm the only black that's cold like this. No, I'm not. I'm not.
No. Do you get all the guys at work are freezing cold?
Yo, what is it that makes you this warm?
I don't know, bro. I'm white. I'm undercooked, man. I didn't get. I never got the. I didn't get the lining.
Yo, well, anyway, I need some of that because I be mad cold. Any wrap ups for the ladies, for the fellas, for the companies that you would like to say before?
Any wrap ups? Well, you got to tell your friends to wrap up. From what you were telling me, Jesus, that's terrifying. Ladies, just don't,
Yo, yeah, please, y'all don't be out here in these streets being reckless. Like, wrap it up. because there's a drug don't mean you need to take it.
Exactly. No, you know what? That's just because there's a drug does not mean you need to take it.
Yeah, it's just like a car. Like a car. Just because it has 150, 120 on the dash don't mean you should do it. It's
Don't
illegal.
do it.
If you what's the normal give and take? 70, 75, something like that?
Yeah. I'd say.
If you go over that, you're breaking the law. So fellas, ladies, if you're not wrapping up, guess what? You're breaking the law.
You're breaking the bro code. You can't do
exactly, all of that. But appreciate you, bro.
Of course.
It's been real. Oh, also, we are going to start bringing Sean in the studio. We got a whole nother pod that's going to be stupid. So, y'all look forward to that.
If we get another episode, who knows?
Yeah, it's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. But I'll holler at you, bro.
All right, peace.
All right, peace. Yo. I be scared to get into certain conversations because I be like, yo, they gonna flag the hell out of me on this one. But that's not necessarily the case. Not necessarily the case on this one. Hello. But anyway, wrap ups. What we gonna do? Oh yeah, that's right. So I got a few things we need to talk about before we wrap it up for the day. We got a few how are you gonna say it? A few offers. We got a few offers coming up on the money making side of things. Can't say investment because I'm not a stockbroker. I'm not a investor. Guess what though? We will have some accredited investors to come into the building and show y'all what y'all can do about your money. Hello. But of course we can't. They're gonna have to do the whole non-disclosure agreement and all that stuff, and they're gonna have to tell y'all, hey, I'm not giving you advice. I'm just making you aware of some options that you may have. Because guess what? When you invest, you do have the possibility of losing some bread. I promise you. We're not going to make this long, drawn out story. But I remember us putting some bread into a certain situation. I can't tell you what it was because I don't want to get the folk in trouble. But we put some bread into something because we really needed it at the time. I think it was like to the tune of $2,000, $3,000, something like that. And I was supposed to make what I put in plus I think another 20% on top of that. Whatever. So I was like, cool, let's do it. The turnaround time was like 3 months. I was like, I can wait. That's great. This is before we were doing good. This is before a bag was ever dropped. Bag. Now, let me. Yeah, I still don't have a bag. We gonna put it on there. I don't have a Jay-Z bag or a 50 Cent bag or any of them bags. I got a little bitty bag. I got a little bitty baby bag, like about that big. So, if you do want to pick up this podcast, listen, I'm here. Hello, holla at me. Huh? We could promote any product that you want. Well, not any product. We don't want to promote Oxycontin. Hello. But we put a little bit of bread over into this business, and I waited. I said, okay, 3 months has passed. Let's see how this investment's doing. And the investment was terrible. It didn't make any money. So I said, okay, well, can I get my money back that I put into it? Just get the money back. So they said, yeah, I'm not putting the names and none of that out there either. I said, yeah, we'll get you the money back. I got you. So we wait another 2 months. This is 5 months total. No money, no call. Then we wait another month or so. No call. I was like, okay. By this time, I already got other hustles started, but I would like to see my $3,000 back in my account. And long story short, never got the money back, right? So that taught me, do the research before you invest in anything or anybody. There are it's a dope movie. I had a lot of time. I took off 2 weeks. I won't do it no more. I promise you. I think not this year. We're not taking out 2 weeks this year. I got you. But it takes me to this movie that I just watched with Kevin Hart. If y'all ain't seen it, go watch it. It's a movie of him and his brother, and they get into a lot of stuff. And at the end of the day, he made a bad investment by investing in his brother because the brother did not have proper business planning and structure in place to make a return on the investment. So I will say this, and I'll leave it at that. When it comes to investing, or when it comes to putting money into any business, family member, or organization, know that you're putting your money into the right places, right? Make sure you do your research. Don't just jump out here blind and say, "Oh, you're so cool to me, so I'm gonna put some money into this." I don't care if it's $500, $1,000, $1,500, or $100,000. It's all the same. Practice putting your money in places where you've done the research, where you know it'll grow, where you know you'll get the return. Period. Now, after saying that, we are still looking to employ. I think we're down to 3 people. So we need 3 people to come work for Drofar Media, which predominantly in the camera crew, right? Yeah, predominantly in the camera crew and engineering department. We need y'all to come help us out. If you don't have any experience, we are still okay with bringing you on, but just know it'll be on an internship basis. You won't get paid until you learn how to do the job. Normal, right? Now, I will say this. If you are a beast at what you do, we don't mind giving you what you're worth. You put a number out there, we might need to go back and forth a little bit because you'd be like, yeah, I need $5,000 a month. You might not get that. Not off of me, off the top. But if you bring value and you bring something to the table that we don't already have, and you've helped build the brand to a certain point, yes, we will pay you what you're worth. We might even work out some type of system, like a good payout system. We'll figure that out. But Drofar Media, we need people over there. We need people at Curtain Room ATL, receptionists. We need 2 of those. So it's more than 3. And we also are looking for a few laborers at Staccato Design and LZC Properties. If you are familiar with doing any kind of light plumbing work, like electrical, sheetrock work, patching holes in walls and all that good stuff, reach out to us. We are looking to hire you. We need you. Till next time, it's been real. Episode 21 is in the books. Love y'all. Peace.